If you're watching this video, you are probably a buzz entrepreneur, and in this video I will tell you exactly how you can go from skinny to the best shape of your life all from home. But first, let me tell you my story. When I was younger, I went on a trip and it truly changed my life forever. I remember arriving at the hotel and it was the first time that I truly experienced freedom. I could wake up whenever I wanted, I could eat whatever I wanted, and I could do whatever I wanted with my day. I could go to the sea, go watch the ocean, I could work when I wanted to work. I had nobody over me telling me what I had to do, and I just completely fell in love with that experience. This was the moment that I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a businessman. I wanted to travel the world and work on my laptop. That was my biggest dream and goal because of that trip. But you see, I was also skinny. I remember there was one day where I went in the washroom. I saw myself in the mirror. I saw my body, and I just started crying. I started to beat myself on my body, and I just hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated the fact that I got no attention from women. I hated the fact that I was getting bullied by my own friend, that I got no respect from men. And that was the moment that I truly wanted to change. That was the moment that I wanted to get in shape. So what did I do? Well, I started to go to the gym, but I had a very bad experience to the gym. I remember there was this one day where I woke up, I told myself I'm going to the gym today, and I went in the gym and there was so many people, it was packed. I went there and the start was not good because every single machine was used. There was a line to go to the bench press, a line to go to every single machine that you could imagine. And that was the moment that it clicked for me. I will never go back to the gym because all of the time that I'm wasting in the gym, I want to focus on business. I want to work on my future freedom. And so that's when I decided to stop going to the gym. I started to work out at home. I bought every single thing I needed in order to work out at home, and by far it was the best option for me because I was able to achieve my two goals. You see, I was able to get in the best shape of my life. And when I started to work out at home, I had 2 more hours to focus on business. 2 more hours of focused work that would get me to my goal, that would get me to freedom faster. That is why it is the best option by far for you entrepreneurs. You won't have to waste your time in the gym. You won't have to wait for anyone because everything is in your house, and that is the beauty of working out at home. By the way, if you want more of my personal help, you can click the link in the description right now, book a call, and we'll talk about how I can help you. Working out at home will seriously change your life. When I started to work out at home, I was way less stressed, I was way less anxious. Not only because I was working out and I was using energy, but also because I had one focus, and that focus was business. I wasn't thinking about the gym. I wasn't thinking about what time to go to the gym so that it would be free. Because, like I said, the gym was always packed, and you will just waste so much of your mental bandwidth if you go to the gym. That's why I started to work out at home, and every day I can totally focus on my business and do quick workout that gets me in shape. Now let's talk about consistency. When I was younger, I was not consistent at all. I remember I was like working out for 3 days. I was proud of myself. Then the motivation would go down and I would just not be consistent. I would stop working out for a week straight until I read that book. The book was Atomic Habit, and that was when I learned about stacking habit. That was the first time in my life that I read about this, and it completely changed my life. What I did is I would come back from school, and then because I started to work out when I was younger, when I didn't have a business, and when I would come back from school, I would eat, and I would always eat, and so I decided to stack working out on top of eating. So do you see that I continued the routine instead of starting it out of nowhere? That is exactly what I suggest you do. Stacking habit made me constant and it will make you constant. So right now think about it in your head. There's a habit that you do every single day. There's something that you do every single day. What I want you to do in order to stay constant is stack working out on top of that habit. If you do that, you'll be consistent. Let me tell you an example about my life. Right now, what I do is at 6 a.m. I wake up. From 6:30 to 12, I do my deep work. I do my focused work. From 12 to 12:30, I eat. Or from 12:30 to 1:30, I work out. I stacked working out on top of eating because it is simply way easier for me to stay consistent if I do that. Because when I was younger, I would just start to work out of nowhere. It was random. I wouldn't plan it, and I was not consistent at all. I was like working out 3 days and then I would stop for a week straight. The second thing that I did is change my identity. When I was younger, my identity was of this skinny guy who was not consistent, who was not confident, getting disrespected by guys, no respect from anyone, and especially not myself. I wasn't respecting myself, and you can tell that it was very hard for me to stay consistent. And this identity truly kept me from achieving my goal because you can tell that that identity was pushing against my goal of fitness. And so I read about it, I think, in another book. I don't remember what book, but I read that if your identity is not aligned with your goal, you are swimming upstream. You will not achieve your potential if your identity is not aligned with your goal. And so I started to tell myself that, and I wanted to change my identity. But how did I change my identity? Well, I would forcefully put positive thoughts in my head. I would tell myself 100 times a day, I'm a healthy athlete that never cheats on his diet. I'm a healthy athlete that never cheats on his diet. And it made working out a part of me. I'm telling you, at first, it's better to be delusional and to tell yourself lies that will keep you, that will make you work out, that will make you closer to your goal, than to tell yourself the reality, than to tell yourself that I'm not even an athlete, why am I even bothering working out? Because imagine this, imagine these two thoughts in your mind. Because I had one when I was younger. I would tell myself, why even are you working out? It's not you, it's not part of you. And of course, I was not consistent. It was when I changed my identity that I was consistent. So that's why I suggest you change your identity by forcefully putting positive thoughts in your head. Tell yourself, I'm a healthy athlete that never cheats on diet 100 times a day. Then add proof to it, and that's how you create a new identity. Now I'll talk about how to stay motivated to work out at home. Because I remember when I was younger, I was not, I was relying on motivation. But truly, it's nice to have motivation if we are not lying to ourselves, right? And so what I did is I made a list of all of the benefits that would happen to me once I would get in shape. The girls that I would get when I would get in shape. The respect from my family when I would get in shape. I would visualize everything, and this was the moment that I was motivated. I would come back to that list, I would read it, and then I would start to work out. And that was truly the moment that my workout were way better because I was motivated by the list. So that's your action step. I want you right now to write every single thing that will happen to your life once you get in shape. Come on, do it right now. Put pause on this video and write everything that will happen to you once you get in shape. The respect that you will get from your wife, from your family, from your friends. Write every single thing down, and when you don't feel motivated to work out, come back to that list, read it, and I promise you will be far more motivated. Another thing you can do is visualize special moment. For example, what I would visualize is that every single year I come back to my father family, right? The father side of my family. And I would visualize all of this family telling me, oh my God, have you been working out because you're in better shape than you were? I would visualize this. I would visualize the respect that they would have for me. And this made me want to work out. I would visualize people looking at me as I walk in the street. I would literally close my eyes and visualize the respect that I would get from others. And the third thing that I would do is that, for example, you go on a meeting, I would visualize that everybody listens to me because they respect the word that I've been putting on my body. And now that I have this body, it is true. It is completely true. I thought it was only visualization, but it is 100% true. All of that will happen to you once you get in shape. So it's a good goal to have. I used to think that eating healthy and tasty was impossible. I used to think that in order to eat healthy, you had to eat like chicken and white rice and broccoli and all of that. I thought that, but this picture right here is the proof that you can eat healthy and tasty food. I proved myself wrong by searching some recipes, and now I make this recipe every single day. It's very healthy, very tasty, and so now I want to talk about diet. I remember there was this one time where I started to work out, and before I had avocados and steak. I only ate that, and my workout were just the best. That was the best workout I ever had. I would push myself way more. I would get I would get like the best workout of all time only because I ate this. Why? It's because maybe you don't know it, but good fat will make your testosterone go up and therefore your muscle building. And so if you eat good fat just before a workout, you will have a great workout. Don't eat bad fat like McDonald's or fast food or any of that because when I was younger, I did that. I wanted to gain weight. I was sick of being skinny, but I didn't gain muscle. I gained fat. I was getting a bit fat. I was getting chubby. And I told myself, no, it's not a good way to go about it. And so I completely shifted my diet. I started to eat avocados, olive oil, red meat, nuts, and my testosterone went up, and therefore my weight went up and my muscle building as well. So that's the first thing in order to get in the best shape of your life is to eat healthy fat. Another thing is that I was not eating protein at all because when I first started to work out, I had no knowledge at all of what I had to eat. And I would work out, I would eat like 3 eggs a day, and I thought it was enough because I wasn't used to eat protein. I didn't really like meat or any of that. And I was just eating 3 eggs a day with a bit maybe of chicken or something like this. And I just was sore. I was so after every workout, I was not I was not feeling healthy because I was sore. I was not eating enough protein and I was not gaining weight. I was not gaining muscle. I was getting a bit of muscle, but not as much as I wanted. And so I started to search online and this came up. You're supposed to eat 0.82 grams per pound of your body weight. So I made the so I, so I started to eat more protein, and this was the moment that I gained way more muscle and way more weight. I wasn't sore, and I was seeing my body transform before my eyes. But forget that. I know you're a business entrepreneur. You don't have much time to work out. You don't have much time to eat and to track everything. So try to eat 5 eggs a day. Try to eat chicken every single day. Try to eat nuts, and you will be good. I want to talk about a pancake recipe I discovered on a reel. So there was this one day about 2 years ago. I was scrolling. Now I don't do this to be honest, but I was scrolling and I fell on this recipe and truly it changed the way I ate because I try to eat this every single day. It's fast, effective, high protein, and is perfect for you business entrepreneur. So the recipe is 1 banana, 3 eggs, and a half cup of oats. What I do is I put that in the blender. I blend it. I put a little bit of butter in a frying pan, and then I put the mixture in the frying pan. I turn it at after 3 minutes, and then it's perfect. It's a very good um, protein pancake. Can put peanut butter. It's delicious. It is fast, effective, and it is high protein, so it's truly perfect for business entrepreneurs. Now, how can you eat more? Because of course the goal is for you to eat more in order to get in the best shape of your life. When I was skinny, I was just so sick. I was so sick of being skinny, and so what I did is I would eat 2 times more than normal because I just didn't want to track everything. And so the thing I told myself is if I eat 2 times more than normal, I will eventually gain weight. And so, for example, I would eat, let's say, a chicken with rice and potatoes. Well, I would force myself to eat 2 times the normal amount I would normally eat. And I would watch Suit. It's a series, and it would just be far easier. So that's the thing that you can do. If it's hard for you to eat a lot, just watch a series, just watch a movie only whilst you eat. Allow yourself to watch entertainment only whilst you eat to make it easier. I did that and it was just so much easier. So that's the tip I can give you. So when I was younger, I used to have very bad workout because I had no bench. Like I was trying to do the bench press on the floor and a bunch of exercise on the floor, and it was just the worst workout I ever had. Because when I first started to work out, yeah, I didn't have a bench, and truly, I started to look for a bench because my workout were just so shit, and it completely changed my workout. So I really suggest you buy a bench. You can find it at Walmart, Target, or any big store like this will find the bench that you need. So another thing that I did when I first started to work out at home was I started with no dumbbells. I would just do push up, squats, and leg raise. And truly, it was not the best because I was not gaining any muscle. Of course, you need dumbbells if you want to gain muscle. So go on Amazon, go on Walmart, Target, and find dumbbells. It will completely change your workout. They are essential. And if you want to gain muscle fast, you will need dumbbells. The other thing that I did is I started to look for this because when I was younger, I couldn't even do one pull up. And truly, I wanted to start doing pull up. I wanted to start to do chin up and everything. And so I started to look for this about it. And now I can do like 20 pull ups. So it's just great. This is great because you will see the progress that you make along the way and it will make you gain muscle. I also used to train with no mirror, right? I would just do the shit movement that I was doing because I didn't know that I was not working out well, right? The mirror will make your workout just 10 times better because it will allow you to make sure that you are working out correctly, that you are doing the right movement, and that is why a mirror is essential. So now let's talk about how to get in the best shape of your life. First of all, why did I focus on the V shape from the start? I filmed on this video on YouTube that told me skinny guy rejected by girls, all of that. That told me that if I focused on the V-shaped part of my body, I would get girls. And of course, from the start, I started to work out like this. I started to focus on the V-shaped part of my body, and it completely worked. So why do you want to focus on the V-shaped part of your body? It's because it is the shape that is the most masculine. It is the shape that is the most attractive to the female gaze. I learned that from a very young age, and that was my motivation to keep working out. So that's why we want to focus on the V-shaped part of your body. So I started to search like V-shape. Okay, how do I focus on the V-shape? And these parts came up: the back, the upper pec, the side delts, the neck, and the lower abs. And another problem I came up with is that my workouts were just too long. It was like 2, 3 hours, and I was sick of working out for 3 hours. I was not like I was not recuperating, and I wanted to have quick workout, faster workout. So I started to do 2 sets, and my workout were like 1 hour, and it was perfect. But what did I do? I started with 1 set to see my real failure because as I was with like 4 sets, I was not pushing myself as the maximum, at the maximum. And so I started with 1 set to see my real failure. I wanted to see what I was capable of. And when you go with 1 set, you have to go to failure because your mind tells you, okay, you only have one series, you only have one shot at this, so you have to give your everything. Your mind will almost bully you to work out harder. And that is why you want to go to 1 set for a week just to see a real failure. Then you go to 2 sets and you will gain muscle. Your workout will be effective and it will just be perfect. Since I first started to work out, I did the pull up every single day. I remember I had a colleague. I used to work at Subway, the fast food, and I had this colleague that it was a beautiful girl, right? I had a crush on this girl, and she told me that every single girl liked big back. That was the moment that I started to do the pull up every single day. And because I just wanted to have a big back, I wanted to get her, I wanted to seduce her. And so I started to do the pull up every single day. It was my motivation to do the pull up. But after a month, it was not even about that. It was like I saw such a difference on my back that I fell in love with this exercise. I fell in love with this exercise because it completely transformed my back. It was not even about my colleague anymore. It was just that this exercise was just my favorite exercise and I just wanted to do it. So that's the first exercise. Do the pull up every single day, and you will have a similar back transformation. Another thing that I did when I first started to work out is I used to do the push up. And the push up just gave me a saggy look. It focused on the lower part of your pec and it would give you a saggy look. I was not a fan of this look, so I started to do the decline push up. I put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and it completely changed the way I look because I had the upper pec and it accentuated the V shape. Because when you think about it, the goal with the V shape is to have the most mass on the upper part of my body. And so I started to do the decline push up and I had such a bigger upper pec, such a more masculine pec, and that was the moment that I started to do the decline push up. I really suggest you do this exercise if you want to have the V shape. When I was younger, I struggled a lot to grow my shoulder, and there was this one trip that I went on with a friend, and my friend was muscular, he was jacked, and I was just so sick of not building bigger shoulders. So I asked him, how do you build such massive shoulder? He told me that he would simply do the lateral raise, not once a week like I was doing, but every single day of the week. That's how he grew massive shoulder. And so I tried it and it definitely works. So if you want to build massive shoulder, do the lateral raise every single day and you will see a big difference on your shoulder. So in primary school, I was like kind of bullied by my own friend, like yeah, they were always after me and everything because I just looked weak. I had a skinny neck and I was the easy target. I was like small, I was weak, had a skinny neck, and of course I was the easy target. That was why they would bully me. And after learning about the neck exercise, I just looked more like the guy on the right. And you can see the difference, right? The guy on the left looks weak, he looks like a boy, and on the right he looks like a man. He looks way more masculine. He looks massive only because of his neck. So I started to do the neck curls and truly it changed the way I look. Because not only you will have a bigger neck, but it will make your whole body, your whole face more masculine. That's why you want to do the neck curls. There's two ways of doing the neck curls that I do them. So basically I lay on a bench on the back and I put the weight on the front of my head, with a towel between the weight and my face, and then I do the neck curls, and that's how I target the front part of my neck. Or you can do it on your chest, where you put the weight on the back of your head with a towel between your head and the weight, and it will target the back part of your neck. These are the two ways of doing the neck curls. Another thing that I did is I would watch on YouTube, okay, fast 1 hour workout, have a six pack, and I would do it, and I would not have a six pack after the 1 hour workout, and I was pissed. I was like, why is this guy saying that you need to work out 1 hour and then you will have a six pack, and it's not even true. That's when I learned that in order to have a six pack, you want to train your abs a little bit every single day. That is how you train the six pack. That is how you have the six pack. What I do are 50 leg raises, as you can see on the right, and 10 hanging leg raises, as you can see. Um, 50 leg raises, as you can see on the left, and 10 hanging leg raises, as you can see on the right. I do 2 times every single day, so 2 sets, 2 series every single day. And since I've been doing that, I have a six pack. And in 2 to 3 months, if you do that, you will have a six pack. So that's it. These are the 5 part target. And once again, if you are a busy entrepreneur and you want to work with me in order to achieve your fitness goal faster, go click the link in the description, watch the video, book a call with me. I will talk about how I can help you. Best shape, best life.